Mr. President, Mr. Rector and distinguished members of the Bucharest University, Chairman Turner, dear Romanian and American friends, it is a great pleasure and honor for me to address this distinguished audience at such a symbolic venue and in such an important moment when we celebrate 135 years of diplomatic relations between Romania and the United States. The Central University Library is a symbol of Romania's fight for freedom and of Romania's revival. This building has suffered tremendously from the shootings during the Romanian Revolution of 1989, but it has since been renovated and recovered as a landmark institution of culture and education with a key role in the formation and development of Romania's young generation. In this way, this library is both a symbol of the past, but also a foundation for the future. Romania's ties with the United States also carry the mark of history, but they also have great prospects for the future. Since the nomination of the first U.S. representative in Romania in 1880 and the U.S. recognition of Romania's independence in the same year, freedom and respect for fundamental principles and democratic values have lied at the core of Romania's historic relationship with the United States. The 135th anniversary of our diplomatic relations takes place under an auspicious sign at a moment when our bilateral ties are stronger than ever. To quote Vice President Biden, Romania has become a terrific ally, partner, and friend to the United States. And for Romania, the strategic partnership with the United States, together with our membership within the EU and NATO, are fundamental pillars of our foreign policy and of our security. The strategic partnership enjoys full support of the Romanian citizens and political forces in Romania. It also benefits from bipartisan support in the US Congress. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Representative Mike Turner, as co-chair of the Romanian caucus in the United States Congress, for his unrelenting support and efforts for advancing Romania-US cooperation and for keeping our country and our region in the attention of the Congress. Your activity, together with that of your colleagues, is extremely valuable for further strengthening and expanding our partnership. But before talking about perspectives, let me highlight the accomplishments which now form the solid foundation of our partnership. After the end of the Cold War and the fall of communism in Central and Eastern Europe, the United States have been a strong supporter of reforms and reunification of our continent as a Europe whole, free, and at peace. The launch of the strategic partnership between Romania and the United States in 1997 has offered a structured framework for channeling US support and expanding our cooperation in multiple areas. Our security and defense cooperation has greatly expanded based on our common interest in strengthening regional and international security and stability. Romania's solidarity with the United States during the tragic terrorist attacks of 9/11, leading to a long-standing collaboration, side by side, on the ground in Afghanistan, as well as the US support for joining the North Atlantic Alliance, have contributed to strengthening our partnership in a significant and truly strategic manner. The agreement between Romania and the United States on the deployment of the US ballistic missile defense system in Romania and the declaration on a strategic partnership between Romania and the United States for the 21st century, which I had the honor to negotiate on behalf of Romania, both accomplished in 2011, have opened a new chapter in our relationship, a chapter based on the recognition that Romania has grown into a reliable and solid partner and ally of the United States in our region and within NATO. Our extensive cooperation with the United States is not only developing in the bilateral context, but also at the level of international and regional organizations and fora, be it UN, OSCE, NATO, the International Atomic Energy Agency, or the Nuclear Security Summit process, or in the context of the fight against terrorism, radicalism, and risks of WMD proliferation. It is based on our shared values, principles, and commitments, as well as the joint interest to promote security, stability, democracy, and sustainable development. The common endeavors within these organizations through their specific means and instruments in supporting our partners in the region, are instrumental to support these countries' efforts for democratization and modernization and their European and Euro-Atlantic options. And let me now turn to the future. The joint declaration adopted in September 2011 has charted the way forward for expanding our strategic partnership in several priority areas: political, military and security, economy, science and technology, cultural, education and research, and also, most important, people-to-people ties. It is important to complement our solid partnership in security and defense areas with new dimensions, especially in the economic, cultural, education and scientific areas. And I'm so glad that Rector Dumitru mentioned this new, very important dimension of our partnership. This is a major priority for our cooperation, which will bring an essential contribution to the development of Romania's economy and will tangibly generate dividends for the business, education, and cultural communities of our countries. I strongly believe that investing in the education and knowledge at the level of our young generation is critical for the long-term sustainable development of our countries. And I would highlight in this regard the importance of the Romanian-American Fulbright Commission for intensifying the education exchanges and cooperation between our countries. This shared goal will benefit tremendously when Romania will be included in the visa waiver program, which we hope will happen as soon as possible. This would be a natural recognition of the strategic and enduring ties that bind Romania and the United States together. As for the dynamics of our political-military cooperation, first, we look forward to further strengthen the cooperation with the United States alongside our European allies and partners in order to build lasting stability and prosperity, democracy and the rule of law in our neighborhoods, from the Eastern Europe and the Black Sea region to the Western Balkans, supporting lasting political settlement in Ukraine, in full respect of its territorial integrity and sovereignty, helping the Republic of Moldova, Georgia and Ukraine and our Balkan partners to continue on the path of reform and integration, according to their own aspirations, are key priorities for Romania in its dialogue and cooperation with the United States. The regional security dimension of our partnership should therefore be further strengthened for the benefit of the region and the Euro-Atlantic security as a whole. Secondly, we need to further expand our cooperation to strengthen the North Atlantic Alliance and the transatlantic bonds. Here, the potential is great. Making the missile defense facility at Deveselu operational by the end of this year will enhance NATO's missile defense and will contribute to protecting the allied populations, territories, and forces in Europe from potential ballistic missile threats from outside the Euro-Atlantic space, in line with its purely defensive nature. The expanded cooperation at Mihail Kogalnicianu Air Base for the transit for US and allied forces from and into Afghanistan supports the allied mission in Afghanistan, as well as the US and allied contribution to regional security. Also, implementing the decisions of the NATO summit in Wales has opened new avenues for Romania-US cooperation. Here we have a lot to do. Romania's decisions to host NATO multinational command and control structures are critical contributions to the national, regional, and allied defense and security. Continued US support remains essential to accomplish these priorities in due time for the next NATO summit in Warsaw. Furthermore, we continue to count on US and our allied contributions to strengthening security in the Black Sea area through their naval presence and exercises in full respect of the international norms in this area. Thirdly, we will further enhance our cooperation with the United States in tackling the global challenges and fostering international peace and security. And this holds true for Afghanistan, where Romania is one of the main contributors to the Resolute Support Mission for training, advising, and assisting the Afghan security forces. But we will also continue to work with the United States inside the international coalition to combat the so-called Islamic State in Syria and the Levant, ISIL, Daesh. And I just returned this morning from Tunis, where I have taken part in the march of solidarity against terrorism, and I think it is extremely important to unite our forces to cooperate in efficiently combating this phenomenon. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that the strategic partnership between Romania and the United States holds great perspectives for the future. It only depends on us to turn these perspectives into reality through common effort and dedication, because the foundation of our relationship is strong. We share common values, we hold common interests, and we belong to the same family of freedom and democracy. The nomination of a new American ambassador to Romania is a welcome step which comes at the right time. We have a lot of work to do together, and we look forward to doing that, to make our strategic partnership a solid, diverse, and reliable anchor of stability and prosperity for our countries in the 21st century. Thank you.